Welcome back to Village in Motion this Tuesday, October 27th. I'm Clint Lambert, host of Village in Motion today. And for this segment of our show, we have Lynn Keith, who is the Director of General Services. And she has a special guest with her, and he is Rodney Hunter.
Thank you.
And I understand that Rodney is our new housekeeping manager.
Rodney is indeed our new housekeeping manager. This is week 2. He joined us last Monday. Most recently, he has been at Children's National Medical Center in D.C., but has 30-plus years experience. He started as a toddler, and he has worked in both healthcare facilities and senior housing.
Wonderful.
So a great welcome to Rodney.
Thank you, yes.
Why don't you share a little bit about what you enjoy about
I like working with the residents. I've been doing cleaning fresh out of high school. I want to say elementary, but fresh out of high school. And interacting with the seniors is what I love most, and just serving the community.
Great.
And I just like to clean.
We have lots of seniors here.
That's okay. I enjoy it.
And we certainly have plenty of space. So if you see Rodney, please give him a genuine welcome to Green Spring.
Yes.
Rodney has his team both here in Independent Living as well as over at Garden Ridge. His supervisors, Chris and Karen, work closely, but you'll see him in and around. So don't hesitate to welcome him or ask him a question. Or if he looks a little lost, help him find his way.
Yeah, give him some directions,
yes,
right?
please.
How many people, just a curious question though, how many people are in housekeeping as far as employees?
We have just under 100 housekeepers, housekeeping utility workers, and we partner with all aspects, not only of general services, but across the campus.
Yes. And they do a great job.
Thank you.
Really, it is so nice to have a clean hallway and have the elevators wiped down every
Yes,
day
sir.
and the rails down the hallways cleaned. And whatever the solution is that you guys use, it has the nicest smell. It just really refreshes everything. So.
Well, it is a great team, and I think you'll continue to see market improvement, and we look forward to that partnership.
Yes.
I tell residents, if you have questions or concerns, please let us know.
Yes, will do.
Please do.
Okay.
Thank you.
And Rodney, welcome aboard. We're
Thank you,
glad
sir.
you're here, and we look forward to you being here for a long time.
I plan on doing so, and if there's anything I can do, please reach out to me. Let me know.
Shall do. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Rodney's going to slip out, and we're going to just talk with Lynn here for a bit and hear about some special projects, right?
Well, we're actually, one of our projects, just a reminder, between 10 and 3 today, we have a shuttle here that is on loan from Oak Crest, one of our sister communities. And it's an opportunity for residents to take a ride on a vehicle that's a bit different, get some feedback, see what they think. There's a survey that we ask folks to take. I understand we had quite a few residents who took advantage yesterday, so if you haven't got over to do that, please do so today between 10 and 3.
And that is in the parking lot in front of Hunter's Crossing.
That is correct.
And it's I understand, a 12-person bus, and it's a lot of changes compared to the latest bus that we got.
It is, and it's by no means what exactly we're looking at. There are options to upsize, there are additional storage options, but we want to get some feedback. So there's a chance to ride it around campus as well as out on the highway.
Yes.
So.
And I really encourage residents to get out there and do that, because here's another opportunity for residents to provide input to something that's going to affect us and affect our quality of life. So please get out, folks, 10 and 3, between 10 and 3 today, right?
Yes.
Thank you.
So the other thing I wanted to talk about today was parking. Thought we'd have a few, maybe demystify a few things. So I brought some slides along that the team is going to put up, and we'll talk through those and hopefully answer a few questions.
Okay.
Just want to clarify, we know anytime there's change, both for our team as to how we operate, as well as residents what to expect. And we've had a number of calls, and we're glad folks are calling with questions. But I brought some visuals. I'm a visual learner, so I hope this answers a few more questions. So we'll see those slides. It's our new parking program and some frequently asked questions. So if we move to the first slide, you see just a couple highlights. So the resident program, Residents can park in any resident parking lot. That's no change. Those lots are identified. They indicate it's resident only. And one of the things that we've talked about, you've heard me say before, is increased enforcement, and that's going to be one of the keys to keeping those spaces available. Now, something that has been added, and this was a result of the resident committee who participated in developing this, is that any resident who has a vehicle and is a existing licensed driver and with a current vehicle can reserve a space. Previously, it was one per apartment home. It is now each driver can have a reserved space. So the other item that you see on there is about we call it our laser tag, and it's really the sticker that's in the upper left-hand corner of your vehicle, and it allows you to enter on the right side at the security gate, either resident or employee. So residents can designate 2 family members, probably those who are here most often. They get to enter on the right side, and they can park in any unreserved resident parking space in a resident lot, and that was at the resident request.
And that, though, is a charge for that?
It's a one-time fee. Now, one of the questions that came up, we eliminated the VIP program, which was free, but didn't have that tag.
Right.
Some people went ahead and got the tag before. If you already have it, you don't have to do a thing.
Okay.
Family members that have that, it's not being deactivated. It's good. You don't have to do a thing.
Okay. And so it's the fact of having that tag up on the upper left-hand corner of your windshield.
That's correct.
And that's put in by
security.
Okay.
You go to the front desk at Town Center. It's actually the dispatcher. There's a form to fill out, and she'll actually apply it to your windshield. We don't just hand them out. We actually put it on the vehicle.
All right. Sounds great.
Okay. So if we go back to those slides, you'll see the current process for resident reserve parking. Any resident with a valid driver's license and their personal vehicle, you contact General Services, and you can see what's available. Resident reserved parking spaces are identified with red bar. If we can move to the next slide, we've got a couple images. There's actually what it looks like since the painting has occurred. And those red bars also have a little sparkle so that at night they will catch your headlights. The feature is that as you're driving into a lot, you can easily see what is a reserved space. Now, if you have a reserved space, you know which one is yours, but it also has the little white sign that we've used previously on the front. If you don't have a reserved parking space, you should not park in a space that has a red bar.
Right.
Okay?
Just that simple.
Just that simple. And you know, some residents said, well, I felt pressured to get a space. And we're so sorry that they felt that way. The reality is most lots that have reserved parking, there was no change. We simply painted the spaces in addition to the small white sign. The biggest change was that the covered parking lots, which is L&M levels of the lot next to the chapel and the P covered lot, are all reserved spaces available only to residents. So if you don't have a reserved space in that lot, you shouldn't go in there to look for a space. So the next slide for visitors. So visitor spaces, these are folks who have never been to campus, come on rare occasion, maybe it's a delivery. So you see on the left there, you'll see a bigger picture in the next slide, but they're going to get a visitor pass from security at the gate. They'll present a driver's license. Security will complete this. It has an expiration date. Then if you move to the next slide, you'll see a larger image. They are designated with green bars. Now, visitor parking is parking that is closest to the front of all community buildings. So because we want residents to come into, visitors to come into the community building and sign in. So those lots have the closest proximity to the entry of those community buildings. What we believe that you will be seeing beginning next week, which is when the new program actually, the enforcement is officially begun, is some of those close-in lots that previously have had some of our regular non-employee, non-Greenspring employee, but regular, maybe private duty or vendors, parking in those close-in lots. They are going to be moved. So if we look at the next slide, you're going to see vendor slash, I misspoke. There we go. Contractor slash vendor. And folks say, well, those are your employees. They are not Green Spring employees. They may be regular to the campus, but they are not our employees. So we ask that they complete a registration. Those packets are available at each community building front desk. You return it to our general services office, pay the $50 annual fee, and when they do that, that's if you're a private duty aide, you are going to enter on the left side. Once you register, you'll be given a permit, and that has a number on it, and that's associated with your name, and they're going to park in blue spaces. So if we go to the next slide, you'll see the lots are designated with that rectangular sign that says vendor contractor parking. Those have just recently been added. There are just a handful of lots that have a large amount of unused resident parking. So folks with this tag park in these lots in any blue space, and on the right side is a copy of the parking pass they'll receive. It has their phone number on it, so if security needs to contact them. It has the vendor number, which will be written in, and it has an expiration date because it's valid for a year from when they obtain it.
Okay.
The next slide shows actually a little image of the parking. So that's our community there, and you see some blue bars, and that's where those blue spaces are. They're central lots, and those are available just to those vendor/contractors. Okay. One other piece of education we just want to reinforce for employees. There's only one place on campus that they can park.
Exactly.
And that's the employee parking deck next to Garden Ridge. We're asking residents not to park there. The only other folks who park there are 20 reserved spaces. There are 5 residents who have reserved parking, and as long as they have need, those will remain theirs.
They're being grandfathered in.
That's correct. When they give those up, they'll revert to employee. Okay. So that's our parking program as a whole, but if folks have questions, please contact us. We're happy to answer questions and dispel myths and rumors. We want to make our limited resource be the best use to our residents as well as staff and vendors.
Okay. Lynn, thank you very much. I mean, it's been an education this morning in regards to parking, and I hope everybody recognizes the fact of look at the bars. If you want a reserve space, get a reserve space, but nobody's required to have one.
That's correct.
There's plenty of parking.
Plenty of parking.
All right. Thank you very much. Folks, don't run away. We're going to let Lynn slip out of here, and we got a roll in here about James Logan. So stay tuned, and we're coming back with some social work issues.